What's up, guys? It's your boy Houston Rocket back with another video. I'm excited. I got confirmation that I am now re-registered for the Teacup program here in Texas. I got a little barbecue chicken adult Lunchable that I made up because it's a container that looks like a Lunchable and it's ingredients that I put in it that look. I mean, it doesn't look anything like a Lunchable, but it's something that I made that I'm calling an adult Lunchable. Okay, damn it. Also, I know everybody's on Texas's dick right now because of the cannabis stuff, and I know it seems like everything Texas does is a setback. That's why y'all don't need to fucking listen to people that aren't from Texas. Number one, okay? If they just popped up and started talking about cannabis in Texas now, just now, they're fucking grifters. They'll fucking move on to the next subject when it changes and when it becomes relevant. So I wouldn't pay much attention to those people either. All right. You know who I would pay attention to? Somebody who's been here, been watching, been paying attention, been seeing how Texas operates politically. Other people that I could recommend to you that have been here since Texas's Farm Bill initiation into where we are today and the political theater that's going on. Because I promise you, the people from out of state, they don't fucking understand. They don't know. They're talking about Texas like they understand where they're living in California or Washington or Oregon or wherever where cannabis has been ultimately legalized. All right. Right now, Texas is on the forefront of working with the federal government to ultimately get cannabis to a place where marijuana is going to be recreational through hemp, and then medically marijuana is going to be prescription only. All right. What's naturally occurring doesn't exist in the marketplace. All right. What would be naturally occurring if we are lucky enough that they decriminalize and make available some form that you can grow at home, whether that be clones, whether that be starter kits with your own seeds. I mean, Willie Nelson's already got grow kits available on his website that you can order and get shipped anywhere based on the basis of it being hemp. Okay. Naturally occurring cannabinoids are going to be something that's in full spectrum, meaning there's no isolation of any one particular cannabinoid and it's not broken down in any particular extraction method. Forgive me, there's a fuck ton of fruit flies because I had left some fruit in a pitcher. I was going to make some homemade wine and I forgot about it, and they're just everywhere now. So to kind of like cover what exactly is going on, there's two things that I want people to be aware of what's going on in Texas. Number one, before I get started eating, because this has really been bothering me, and I fuck with a lot of the influencers as far as watching their content. I pay attention to it. I peep it. Right now, they look fucking dumb, and I feel a little bit, not really. I don't feel bad saying that. They don't know how Texas operates politically. And they're talking out of their ass from a state that operates nothing like Texas. Texas actually works with the federal government to affect change in our laws nationwide. You understand that? Our House and our representatives here, our Senate, we affect change throughout the entire country. We're one of the few states that have the ability to do that. And right now, I can tell you, cannabis prohibition started in Texas. Cannabis prohibition will end in Texas. All right, that's what is being done. If you guys aren't familiar with political theater is the ability for state actors to go through the motions of portraying certain things through media. Now, what I want you to understand is that through the media right now, they're using THC as a blanket statement for multiple forms of an isolated compound that would basically be a pharmaceutical ingredient. That's what it is. It requires pharmaceutical grade equipment to extract, and it requires somebody with a fucking biochemistry or bioengineering degree to even fucking operate the equipment. You can't as an individual just go drop 250 to 300,000 on the equipment unless you have the proper educational background. They won't let you do it. On top of the licensures and everything for the equipment. So this is another thing that I really, really want people to sit back and pay attention to what Texas is doing. Okay? If you're listening to somebody that's in California, Washington, Oregon, cool. I just wouldn't put much weight to what they got to say, because really they're grifting. They're using Texas's billowing popularity in the cannabis market right now as a way to garner views. Ultimately, that's cool. That it is what it is. The same thing with the people who are from here who haven't been talking about cannabis. All right? And I know I probably sound like just a pissed off individual who's like, oh, I'm not getting the attention. I've never been about attention. I don't care what people think about me. I like the educational facts. I like the knowledge behind it. I like knowing authentically what is going on. I don't want to hear, oh, this is what I think of it. Okay, cool. What's actually going on though? Because right now the news is fucking throwing around THC's been made illegal, felony THC. This is the thing though. It's specific compounds. But you know what else is happening? Law enforcement here is going to be improperly and illegally arresting people who don't know any better by getting you to agree to the fact that you have THC possession. Simple as that. If you agree and admit to a law enforcement officer of in possession of THC and you don't have a prescription for it here in Texas, that's going to be your ass, jail-wise. That's one of the reasons why I was so kind of forward back thinking of getting my prescription registration again. Because I already know Texas law enforcement and how they operate. Don't go around just proclaiming that you have THC products. Even if you have black market stuff, don't just act like that shit's legal. It's not. And God forbid if you have fucking something from out of state, please repackage it or put it in something that doesn't pertain to it being out of state, because you will catch a trafficking charge. Okay? The way Texas law enforcement operates, the way things are going here with the cannabis realm, we're moving things along a lot quicker. If you notice, California sat for fucking 20 years with the medical background that they had the ability to move forward with and decided to go with a legal option. And you see how that has affected them. All right? Texas is the only state that requires a board licensed physician for you to get a prescription. Don't believe me? Try to go ahead and just get a recommendation or a cannabis card. It doesn't exist here. You have to be registered in a system, and that's how they verify you. You don't carry a card. Most you can get is like documentation. Like I have an email from the provider, which is the doctor, saying that they prescribed cannabis through the Teacup program. How many milligrams I'm allowed per prescription, how many refill I have, what the dosage is per day. I get 10 milligrams 3 times a day. Pulmonary wise with a vaporizer, that's like 2 blinkers 3 times a day. Right? Just to give you guys an idea. When it comes to what is being done politically, they're trying to fill the jails back up with people that can pay. And cannabis people are some of the few people that will just shut the fuck up and pay the fucking shit to get out of jail, to get the fucking shit done, and not really like question too much of it. Because they don't want to deal with the problems. They don't want to deal with the problems. The other aspect of this, the political theater aspect of this, Greg Abbott has already come out saying with a memorandum that naturally occurring cannabinoids cannot be banned. They can't do it. No politician can. What you are seeing is the marketing and the political theater action behind them trying to utilize people's unaware and lack of knowledge states to essentially garner more income and revenue for the state via arrests. Now, there's going to be a lot of people from out of state. It's fucked up. It is. I would never disagree with that. The thing is there's more than enough information out there for people to stay out of those traps. If you choose to ignore the knowledge, if you choose to just, fuck it, I don't know, that's your choice, and guess what? They're banking on that. Right now, I'm telling you, it's going to sound fucking racist as shit. I really don't care. Informing as many low-income and black Americans as possible to these laws, because of the fact those are the people that ultimately law enforcement is targeting with this. If you listen when they talk to you about cannabis, law enforcement will probably reference one of two things. Oh, there's a new law. THC is a felony. No. No. Delta 8, THCP, isolated THCA, as well as isolated other forms of cannabis in those states. Meaning the extracted states, the concentrated form. They don't want people having access to the medicinal when they're charging out the ass for the prescriptions right now. The other thing is like, all of the medical marijuana people, all of the hemp people, for whatever fucking reason, they don't want to cooperate with each other. They want to go back and forth about who the fuck's right, who the fuck's wrong, who's got it better, who knows more. At this point, they're fucking beating both of our asses blind. Because of the fact they're taking advantage of your lack of knowledge and your like unwillingness to become aware of what's going on. And I promise you, nobody in any other state is going to be this aware of what's going on in Texas. And if they're talking about cannabis just now, they're not worried about this. They are working not necessarily consciously with the state, but they're grifting in the sense that they're talking about a subject that they really don't know what's going on behind it, and they're just promoting more misinformation. That's why the fuck I get over here and y'all see me fucking getting fucking worked up and see spit flying from my mouth and veins popping out my fucking neck and I'm fucking because I don't know it all by any fucking means, but I spend every day checking the actual statutes related to cannabis, peeping what's actually going on. They just put in the news that Greg Abbott just changed a new law. No, he didn't. That motherfucker doesn't have the ability to make a new law. At best, he signed into law something that was passed during the legislative session, and that was the isolated THC forms that are ultimately going to be available through the medical industry. And guess what? That includes CBD. 1-to-1 ratio, prescription only. And this is where it's going to get interesting doctor-wise, because, like, for instance, my PCP originally, where I was registered with the Teacup, he had me registered to only be able to purchase 1-to-1 ratio products, 600 milligrams a month. This particular doctor, God bless that motherfucker, just flew at my nose. Ugh. Ugh. This doctor has me set up to buy, to get 2,700 milligrams of THC, Delta 9, and I can purchase it in whatever form, but the way that it breaks down dosage-wise, he's giving it to me as needed to where I can take those dosage, and if I need more, I can take more. That's for the chronic pain that they just expanded into the medical program here. That's with a board licensed physician. Now, when you listen to somebody who's not from here talk about this, they're not going to mention this. They're not going to talk about the nuances between the political theater side, the law enforcement side, and the media side, and how they all sort of coincide together and working together to misinform and to improperly arrest. You know what they're going to talk about? Oh man, Texas is fucking it up for there because Texas is making laws and now everybody's going, yeah. Thanks for y'all not leading the way. California really could have like changed a lot of shit with the way their medical was. But they chose to go legal. And you see what all the fucking grifters did there. Just follow the hemp business. There wasn't a single fucking influencer, wasn't a single fucking brand that stayed true to the original like medical marketing path. Texas is leading the way in the sense that Medicare and Medicaid is going to start providing cannabis because of Texas. The grifters that are just now talking about, they're not going to mention this. You're going to have a prescription just to have fucking Delta 8 CBD. And guess what? The expecting a doctor to know what form might be best for you and what prescription you're going to get when you ask for cannabis, you've got to know because the doctors don't know. I informed my doctor of more than he knew. He was more focused on the prescription medications, which I'm not knocking at. I do need serious treatment for some of the conditions that I have. My knowledge, though, about cannabis knows what will help me the most. That's going to be up to you as an individual patient to do for yourself. Advocate for yourself. I'm getting worked up over this. I'm getting so worked up over this because I see so many people that I fucked with, that I watched, that are just grifting off of Texas. And they're doing it so piss poor. At the very fucking least, throw some respect on our name, goddamn. But no, Texas is fucking it up for everybody. Texas is behind the times. Texas is the you know, the news been calling Texas the worst state to live in. Fucking why is everybody moving here all of a sudden then? Because people that ain't from here don't fucking know how shit works here. And I'm saying that as somebody who was not even born in Texas, but I have lived here almost 30 fucking years. And I've paid attention to the political theater. I've paid attention to how the news fucking misinforms and ultimately leads a false or improper arrest towards law enforcement. It's a system. And it's designed to entrap you in your lack of knowledge. So it's up to you to educate yourself. And the people from out of state, they don't know what the fuck's going on here enough. I wouldn't trust it. The grifters that are talking about cannabis because it's popular, they're not talking about anything fucking important. Nothing that's going to help keep you out of jail. Nothing that's going to help you get treated as a patient. And damn sure, nothing that's going to help you understand how the fuck the process works. I just got off the phone with 2 of the dispensaries. I could tell you right now, once you get a prescription, you can't even go to the dispensary the same day. Did you know that? It takes at least 24 to 48 hours for your prescription to show registered in the CURT system. Compassionate Use Registry of Texas. Half the physicians on the CURT physician list don't even know they're on the fucking list. It would behoove a lot of patients to inform their doctors that, hey, there's a medical marijuana program here in Texas, and guess what? It's open for any physician that wants to be able to prescribe, as long as they are a board licensed physician within the realm of what the diagnosable conditions are. Meaning they can diagnose and prescribe for the conditions that are available through the Teacup program, which has expanded greatly. It started off, it was just epilepsy. Now you can get it for anxiety, depression, PTSD. I mean, PTSD has been a little bit, but they also have it for chronic pain. Here, I was trying to get my full neuropathy diagnosis to the pain. Chronic pain was enough. That's in Texas right now. A board licensed fucking physician can prescribe you medical marijuana for chronic pain, anxiety, depression. In Texas right now. You can't do that anywhere else. Yeah, you can go purchase all that bullshit from the dispensary. And I'm not sitting here saying like, our dispensary is better because of it. No, what I'm saying is medically, they are treating it like a medicine here. Recreationally, we'll be lucky if we get flour back. And it will be probably like some bullshit flour. The black market, if you're paying attention, artisan craft small batch flour and flour that has flavor. Those are going to be the 2 biggest things that Texas won't be able to keep up on. Industrial cannabis, shutting it down. We will be the #1 producer of industrial cannabis in the world. Medically, we will be the ones to affect change with Medicare and Medicaid and your insurance providing cannabis for you. It's going to be very, very low dose, minuscule amounts, but they will. The higher dose cannabis concentrates, the vapes, the distillates, the RSOs, all of that, prescription. You're going to have a prescription in the future, no matter what state you live in. Because right now, federally, the government is on Texas's dick because we are the ones writing the policy. If you don't believe me, I invite you to go implore yourself to our political system and see what has actually been being done in Texas regarding cannabis. If you're just paying attention to the people on the podcast and the people on the fucking YouTube and this and that, cool. I'm one of them. I can't say even much for myself like I have some sort of credentials or nothing like that, but I'm being honest and authentic about what it is I'm trying to do. Has nothing to do with me. I don't give a fuck if you guys remember my name. Not doing this for me. Doing this because as a real medical patient and an advocate and trying to advocate for that availability for other people who really need it, I'm going through the process and learning the steps of what people will actually have to do to obtain medical cannabis here. And guess what? The medical cannabis that I obtain will be completely legal. There won't be any question as to what is in it because COA-wise, it's going to be the same dispensary that provides it, third-party testing their product to provide accuracy. And there is a regulatory framework that's being built in Texas to make sure that that stuff's not being fraudulent. Can't say the same for California or Washington or Oregon or Colorado. And all those people that want to sit back and say, oh, cannabis is going to mess up the state and it's going to, all because of, I got a buddy, I love him to death. He goes based off of what his grandparents know from fucking like living in Colorado and what they view or perceive as what happened in Colorado when cannabis became legal. They don't perceive it as good. And that's going to be a lot of people. Guess what? It won't take long because of the doctor's recommendations and their information. They're gonna end up using cannabis. When it comes out that we have an endocannabinoid system and then the doctors are going to be educated to that, and they're going to start informing patients like, well, hey, we've had some recent updates with cannabis. Turns out everybody actually needs it. Your body can't regulate anything else without it. And if you don't have a diet that creates the proper cannabinoids within your system, guess what? Dysfunction. Dysfunction everywhere. I'm going to eat my food now. My little adult Lunchable is calling my name. I got some gummies I just fucking fell. I got a little fucking Dr. Topper. Some store brand fucking Dr. Pepper. It's not even Dr. Pepper. I can't see. Gah! My towel fell behind me. I got these little lettuce wraps that I'm going to dip in some dressing. Listen to me, don't listen to me. I don't really care about that. What I care about, for the people that do care and that do want to know, they're going to peep my shit. I'm not one of those people to like blow my own dick. And I don't talk about the things that I've accomplished as like a, oh, look at me. As somebody who just doesn't have a framework of friends and family like everybody else may have, that has afforded me to have some professional relationships. I can't even take credit for the reputation that I've got. My brands, my name, my professionalism, consistently every time I talk to people, it's the same response. And that's all I need to know. That tells me everything. I'm doing right by people who don't know. That more than anything is my goal. For the little grannies that really would like to try cannabis because they feel like it might help, but they're deathly afraid because they don't want to go to jail over it. All the way to the new age law enforcement officers who understand that, like, the shit that they've been doing is bullshit. You have younger law enforcement that wishes that it would just be decriminalized so they don't got to deal with it anymore professionally. I'm here for them too. if you find yourself watching my content, and I understand there's going to be people that just talk shit. There's going to be people who make some off-kilter statements that have no clue. You'll see and you'll understand the things that you should give credence to. And you also see and experience the things and just best to ought not. Ignore it. Let them think they're right. You know, my stepdad used to tell me it's no fun messing with the mentally challenged when you actually have an awareness of like what's going on. I always used to laugh at that, thinking that I understood it. It wasn't until I really came in contact with some people that it's like, wow, these motherfuckers are dense. I wanted to argue so bad. But the shit was stressing me out more than them, and I could see it visibly. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give two fucks. In fact, some people, their goal is not to like really come at anything with facts or like real information. They're just simply there energetically to harvest your frustration. And they will. If they see you're getting frustrated, don't keep driving, pushing that same button. If they see that like, oh man, he's not even reacting, you won't see him around much longer. And that's first-hand experience talking there. They will move around quick if they can't get a reaction. So, I'm probably going to grab this extra piece of chicken. I want everybody if you watch this video, do me a favor. Leave a real, authentic comment. Even if it's talking shit. Do you. Don't change up. I want to keep record. Not to say, oh, I was right. Not to say I told you so. Just so I can look back and see who the real, like, authentic supporters were and who the doubters were the whole time. Because to be honest, y'all are showing yourselves. You're showing yourselves all the time. And it sucks because, I say it sucks. It's a shitty feeling to become aware of the fact that people you supported won't ever support you the same. And I say that from the sense of like, people that you might have invested in financially, people you might have invested in energetically, people you might have gave, real time, real love, real attention to what they were going through, what they were doing, what they were working through. You're not going to get it from those same people, and that's okay. Let go of that. The people that you need to support will show themselves faithful. The people that you need to show themselves as snakes will show themselves as snakes. It's up to you to not let yourself get worked up when they do. And when the new supporters come into the framework, don't be so afraid of change because of what the snakes did, being snakes, that you don't let the people who's really there to bless and support, let them bless and support. Keep in mind, all of this is on the basis of my personal experience, so I hope anybody that watches this takes away from it exactly what I hope it takes. Peace and much love.